times can I say IllinoisGunPros.com without being overtly bad and...
Let me throw it out there.
Okay.
Illinois. Yeah, if you start saying it a bunch of times, it's going to sound bad.
And then you're going to throw a pen and hit me in the eye, and I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, IllinoisGunPros.com. That is where they can find you if they want you to do their certification, right?
Yes, I do this full time, so that's a...
So, what were you doing before January 1st?
Well, actually, I've been full time since the middle of October, because
they could start doing the training.
I did my first class.
A quick reminder: you got to get really, really close to this. If you don't, you're going to sound like you're in a garage.
Yeah.
Headphones.
Do you need that in front of you while we're on? Because we can move this right out of the way. We can slide that over there.
Awesome. Here we go. Live coming up. I'll play music out of the live. Give me the finger when you're ready.
Which one?
Plan your home improvement and DIY projects Sunday mornings on WGN TV. Watch House Smarts at 10:30, followed by Weekend Workbench at 11. Oh, and it didn't fire. Matt Rubala in for Pete McMurray, sitting with you till 2 a.m. Thanks very much for being with us on quite the chilly evening here in the Chicagoland area. Brought my 12-year-old in because, well, he doesn't have school tomorrow, so why not make him learn how the world works? Get out and earn some money. We're actually going to use him later tonight. After 1 a.m., we'll get him nice and tired for you, and then you can compete against Jack in Who's Smarter Than a 7th Grader. I made him bring his backpack in, and I rifled through his papers, and we'll get some questions from math and science and all the different categories that he has to study these days. And we'll test you out for prizes. So that's coming up much later in the show. Right now, I want to say hello to Mike Bias. Mike, thanks very much for being with us.
It's great to be here.
Mike is a certified, I'll read right from it, a former infantry soldier, NRA certified arms instructor, certified by the Illinois State Police to teach concealed carry classes, certified by the state of Utah to teach Utah concealed carry classes, and you can also offer students certificates that will qualify them for both Florida and Arizona permits as well. Is that what you would kind of have, because Illinois is the last state to finally come along with this, is that what you kind of had to say, well, I can help people in other states while that's allowed?
Well, yeah, it's interesting because this whole concealed carry bill was marching through Springfield for quite a long time. And for the longest time, we believed that it would require 8 hours of training. And the NRA basic pistol class, which qualifies you for a permit in Arizona and Florida, that would be sufficient. But then at the last minute, in Springfield, Speaker Madigan decided that it would be a 16-hour training requirement instead of 8-hour training requirement. So now, instead of the NRA basic pistol class being what you need, that only gets you halfway there.
Interesting. And what do you think about that? I mean, I want to get into the law and your thoughts on it. I know that, you're a gun guy, so you're going to be in favor of it, of course, but how do you think of the way Illinois crafted it? Do you think they, now at 16 hours, they're trying to put did the lawmakers finally say, okay, we have no choices, this is going to go through, we're going to put as many limits on it as we can?
I think that's basically what happened. A woman in a church, Mary Shepard in Southern Illinois, she's a secretary at the church, and I guess she and the treasurer were counting the offering, and the guy breaks in and beats them, and thought he left Mary Shepard for dead. Now, Mary Shepard then sued Lisa Madigan in the state of Illinois, saying, hey, you've deprived me of my Second Amendment rights to self-defense, because if this guy broke in and I was carrying a gun, I could have defended myself. And she had a concealed carry weapons permit, non-resident for Florida and for Utah. But she can't exercise herself, her Second Amendment right here in Illinois. So she sued, and it finally went to the federal level, the 7th District Court of Appeals, and they found for Ms. Shepard. And only because they were ordered to by the federal courts did Illinois finally and reluctantly, dragged kicking and screaming, become the 50th state to trust its citizens enough.
Well, here's the interesting thing about that. Did that happen at a church?
It did, and that's the irony that's lost on some of these people in Springfield. One of the first things they wanted to do is prohibit concealed firearms in churches, by statute. Now, any church can prohibit guns, just like any other private business or establishment, but the irony was lost on them.
Do you believe that that is a good part of the law, allowing any private business or a church or things like that to say no weapons of any kind allowed on this legally? Or
yeah, now I'm an NRA guy. I believe in my ability to have guns, but I